Hi, in this video, I'll be introducing to you what a terminal is and how we will be using one in Visual Studio Code. Before we begin coding, we need to understand the tool that we will be using to launch our code. So, you've probably seen a terminal before while watching a movie. A guy had to do some kind of hack into something for some reason. A little window popped up where he jotted down some code quickly, and then he was able to open a door or get a direct camera feed into his computer, something like that, right? Well, this is the experience or the impression most people have with terminals. They came through pop culture. However, pop culture does not always accurately depict computer science concepts and tools correctly. Oftentimes, computers and how they were depicted incorrectly by Hollywood create a lot of misimpressions and false beliefs about how these things are supposed to work. There are some rare exceptions where what is shown is pretty spot on. If you're interested in watching a show that's pretty accurate, I recommend Mr. Robot. It's a cool foray into hacker culture and was one of my influences that got me into computer science. Terminals are programs that the computer has to allow you to interact directly with its operating system by using a text-based interface. That means you can write pseudo words into a window, and the computer will do things for you based on what you've written. The terminal, however, can only understand certain words or commands, but it can do some pretty awesome things for you, which range from creating files and traversing file directories to manipulating documents and communicating with the internet. In this video, we will only go over the commands that you will need to know in this video series. So to begin, let's open up Visual Studio Code and open up the window or the folder that you wish to create something in. So now we'll open up a terminal directly into Visual Studio Code, and there are two different ways to do this. On Mac and Windows, you can just go to the Terminal tab up at the top and click New Terminal. And it should appear in the bottom. Now to close this terminal on the right side, we have this X button, and we can also kill the terminal with the garbage can icon. I currently have 3 terminals open, so I will just click them all out, and now I'll kill the final terminal. Cool. Now that I closed this terminal, I want to show you the way we'll be opening up the terminal typically. So I don't even like to go to the top. I actually like to go to the bottom. And if you go to the bottom where the blue meets the black and click and hold, drag up, it'll open up a new terminal that way as well too. Before we get into its commands, I want you to understand how your computer's file system is organized. At its most fundamental level, the file system of your computer is a simple tree structure. I'll be demonstrating this as an upside down tree. There is a root or a root directory, which is typically designed as /. When you begin at this root, the root continues and has different branches you can travel down. And each branch then has other branches you can follow from there. A common directory that we all know is our desktop directory. This desktop directory is a few levels down from the root directory, and from this desktop directory, we can traverse into folders even lower down the tree. I will be introducing to you the first 3 commands which we will be using, and they are pwd, cd, and ls. pwd stands for present working directory. This shows you where the terminal is at in the file directories. So if you type in pwd and press enter, you will get the exact path where you're located at. CD stands for change directory, and it allows you to go up or to go down through directories. To use change directory, you will write the letter CD followed by an argument that the terminal shell interprets. You can think of the shell inside the terminal as the language the terminal is using. Now this argument will either be the name of a folder, which then lets you go into the folder, or 2 periods, which allow you to go up a directory. ls stands for list files and allows you to see what other files and directories exist within a directory. So for example, if I type ls and I press enter into my terminal, which we'll do here, you can now see what is inside this folder. So these three commands will make up 80% of the things you'll be using in your terminal career. And I'm going to demonstrate pwd as well as cd. I will go into power up programming. And now if I type pwd, I will see that the name of the folder was added on to the path that I'm in, or the location. If I press ls, boom, we have so many more new files that exist within there. Or we can see all the files that exist within this directory. So cool. A lot of using this terminal is simply traversing the structure of your computer. Sure, you can edit files, and honestly, the terminal shell has some pretty crazy functionality that will allow you to do some awesome things. But at this point, all we need right now are these three features. In the next video, I'm going to demonstrate how to download and set up Node on your machine so we can finally get into coding. I hope to see you there. Take care.